Sweep kick to base. The C spot. I repeat, the C spot. Pulse the C. Confirmed.
You gonna lend me a hand or what?
Oh, that looked messy.
Clean up the protocol.
Clean up. Let me help.
And this is technically a fight. Actually gonna have to potion. Now, it's weird because the first summon we get is my favourite summon. Well, you already know this. I don't like the Eidolons in this game.
What's he doing? Watch yourself. Stay alert.
Look what they did to Shiva. Look what they did to my favourite.
What's happening?
And there's our final character. So the first thing you want to do, Eidolon battle tutorial. Basically, in this game, yeah, we will view it. In this game, the Eidolons come out of the, what are we called? The sea? When they despair, give up, and feel desperation. And you have to use, each character has an Eidolon, so Snow gets Shiva, Lightning gets Odin, Hope gets Alexander, Fang gets Bahamut, God, I can't think of their names. Saz gets Brunhilde, and Vanille gets Hectonicher. I don't know. Anyway, each of them has a different gimmick that's to do with the main class of the character. So this one we actually have to be a sentinel. But we will view the tutorial. This tutorial explains how to fight the mighty beings known as Eidolons. Defeat them in combat and their powers will be yours to command. But be warned, attacking alone will not overcome them. View the tutorial. At the start of a battle against an Eidolon, a time limit is imposed on you via a doom counter. As you demonstrate your power to the Eidolon, its Gestalt gauge will slowly fill. Attack the Eidolon until this gauge is full, and then press X to claim victory. Attacks are not the only way to charge the gauge. Using the Libra technique may provide you with hints as to which additional abilities can be used. Defensive roles are effective against the Shiva sisters. So we now know, yields to those who amass chain bonuses. And we have to just, like, bait them. And if we don't do this by the time the thing counts down, we die. I'm pretty sure that's it. Yeah, she needs to hit us. And her bar will fill if we're steel guarding. Once the bar gets to the G, you push square. Might not actually do this. I might genuinely fail.
I'm the one you want.
Please attack me. This only works if you attack me. See that? The bar's going up. When it gets to the G of Gestalt, you push square or X or whatever the keyboard button is. Like that. And Shiva, who is two ladies, do this. Yeah. You will never see this shit again. You will never see this shit again. Shiva turns into a motorcycle. Shiva Idolith. ATB level up. Snow gained an ATB gauge segment.
The twin sisters. I gotta hand it to you for taking them down. But don't gloat just yet. Might come a time you wish you'd let them end it. And made things easy.
It's another Australian. Oh, fuck. I missed the bin.
Easily see. Take him.
Back off.
You want to keep breathing? Shut up and come quiet.
Thang is the best sentinel in the game. And she gets Bahamut. And I don't remember anything else about her other than she's girlfriends with Vanille, but not really. No, not Space Sister.
Sarah. Sarah! Shut it.
Stand down.
You two. Why are you helping them?
If I were you, I'd worry about myself.
I do love the spaceships and shit in Final Fantasy. I don't care if it's a fantasy one or a sci-fi one. They always have great ships.
Did we get him? We got one of them.
They're still behind us! Stop that! Hey! I said stop! You wanna die? How are you gonna lose them? You got me, kid.
Then let me.
No, thank you. They're still on us? We're taking hits. Come on, give me a break. Hang on.
He did mention he was a pilot earlier. As you do.
For the love of all that's good. Huh? Oh.
Next, an update on the status of the Purge. Just moments ago, the Sanctum announced the successful conclusion of the Purge, along with the safe arrival of the Cocoon migrants to their new homes on Pulse.
Yes, that is correct.
Space
There's no
Pope.
denying the enormity of the strain the Purge placed on us all. But given the tens of millions of lives at stake, there truly was no alternative.
Primarch Daisley stood by the move, stressing the necessity of the relocation. When asked about the possibility of future purges, the Primarch remained non-committal, stating only that he would seek counsel with the Fal'Cie Eden and weigh all options before making a decision.
Yeah, that's right. If it makes the Sanctum look bad, it never even happened.
In all the centuries since the War of Transgression, Cocoon has been spared pulse aggression and prospered for it. It is essential that we maintain this peace. That is the Sanctum's focus. We will continue employing every resource available to combat these threats to the harmony of our society.
Meaning, we'll be running for the rest of our lives.
Hey,
Mm-hmm.
who is this guy?
Space Pope.
I mean, what do they teach kids these days? He's Gallant Daisley, the Sanctum Primarch. Murderer-in-Chief.
According to our Insta
Just
poll,
another
nearly
tool
90%
of the
of Cocoon
Fal'Cie.
citizens agree with the Sanctum's handling of the Purge. 70% of respondents said they would also support additional purges were the need to arise.
Let's purge everybody. That'll fix it. Oh, hey. Points for perseverance. A Sanctum Fal'Cie up close and personal. Cocoon's own light in the sky. Here we go again.
Fly in. We'll lose him in there.
I like this Fal'Cie.
There's more of them.
I can't see what's happening, man. There's just spaceships and stuff. But that was the one that is the fake sun. Which is nice. Would I like to save my progress? The Vile Peaks. Cocoon Deadlands. We're still on Cocoon. We hit the top of Cocoon then, and now we're at the not the top.
Hey.
Hey, wake up! You gotta wake up! Look!
Oh. Hey, slow down!
Ready!
Gotta keep you kids safe, right?
Glad that's over.
Yes. Thrilling fight with 3 dogs. I've got like 1 XP for it.
Man, I'm beat. What? No break?
They're tracking us.
I know that, but we aren't soldiers. We don't have your kind of stamina.
You got enough to complain.
Oh, that's... Forget it!
She's literally female Cloud. It's not her fault.
I think,
I'd stick with her if I were you.
later then.
Come on, let's get going.
Get going to where, exactly? The whole of Cocoon's against us. No matter how far we run, there's no escape. That Seath clock, it's still a ticking.
There's still time. You give up too easy, old man.
I'm not giving up. There's some things that you just can't change. A kid like you would not understand.
Yeah, I'm a kid. I don't understand.
Well,
Do I have a character bio in
guess
here
we
to
can
find
be
out how old
fugitives
she is?
together.
I swear she's like
Ready?
19 or 20.
Ready!
Hey.
Slip through the net and live to fight another day. New merchandise available. You son of a bitch. Yes, well I have a data log to read because I need to read a text box about the cutscene I just watched. Yeah. Let's have a look at it. Inventory. Events! Chapter 3. The only way is up. Lightning and the others are now cursed the sea. If they don't complete the focus given to them by the foul sea, they are destined to become mindless Seath. But how can they complete a focus they don't understand? Their shared vision of the great beast Ragnarok laying waste to their world is their only clue. That and the fact that pulseless sea are held to be the mortal enemy of Cocoon. Could their focus really be to orchestrate the destruction of their own home? Snow doesn't think so. He believed their task is to fulfill Sarah's parting wish by keeping Cocoon safe. After all, wasn't she a Lassie just like them? His shaky logic only serves to infuriate Lightning, who holds him responsible for her sister's fate. Their confrontation is cut short by the arrival of their Sanctum pursuers. Having made their escape, Lightning and the others pass through the ruins of a city damaged several centuries ago in the war with Pulse. Amidst the rubble, they happen upon an airship which they board in the hope of finally shaking the relentless army. Snow, meanwhile, remains behind with the crystallized Sarah, the twin sisters. There is no doubt in Snow's mind. They may be Pulse the Sea, but there is no way they can be enemies of Cocoon. Sarah's last words before she turned to Crystal are proof enough for him that their focus is to defeat Ragnarok and protect their world. Snow stays behind to defend his trapped fiancée after Lightning and the others decide to continue onward. I mean, who is this for? Anyway, Brought to his knees by wave after wave of Psychom soldiers during a protracted battle, the desperate young man is suddenly overcome by a strange phenomenon. The twin sisters of Shiva, Styria and Nyx, appear before him in a blinding flash of light. They easily dispatch the remaining troops and then turn on Snow. He manages to defeat the icy Eidolons, but is soon captured by an unfamiliar Sanctum unit. A striking woman accompanies the soldiers, a woman with a l'Cie brand. Meanwhile, try as they might, Lightning's group cannot shake their determined pursuers. Crippled by enemy fire, their airship plummets toward the ground. People. Mysterious woman. Her name's Fang. A mysterious woman captures Snow on Lake Brescia after his exhausting battle with Psychom and the twin sisters. She bears the mark of a l'Cie, but her brand appears scorched and twisted. As the servant of Pulse, she should be fleeing the Sanctum army, but she seems to be working with one of the military's units. History and myth. Eidolons. These mystical entities reveal themselves before only a select few l'Cie. It is said that they are saviours, come to rescue hopeless l'Cie who find themselves bound to a focus against their will. If this is true, they offer a brand of salvation few indeed would seek willingly, without exception. Eidolons attack the l'Cie, whose presences they grace. So, yes, every time one of our characters has a moment of weakness, and each one is gifted one moment of weakness, they will be attacked by their corresponding summon, and then we will unlock the summon. There have been no l'Cie in Cocoon for centuries, and as a result, no way of determining the truth behind tales of these beings. To the citizens of Cocoon, they remain the stuff of bedtime stories. Locales. The Vile Peaks. The Vile Peaks are built of debris, the cast-offs of materials originally lifted up from Pulse by the fal'Cie and used in the construction of Cocoon and later editions of the landmass. I do like that we nearly hit the Sun Lamp fal'Cie. There's a fal'Cie specifically for the Sun Lamp, and we nearly hit it. These towering piles of refuse now serve as lairs for all manner of beasts, including lower world mechanical horrors that, intentionally or not, hitched a ride with what became the building blocks of Cocoon. The Sanctum military endeavours to clear out the dangerous inhabitants of the peaks, but some say they leave their job half done to discourage civilians from entering the lowlands. The fal'Cie. Phoenix. Cocoon's own light in the sky, Phoenix is the Sanctum fal'Cie tasked with providing warmth and illumination. I do like that one. It floats in the centre of Cocoon's inner atmosphere like a miniature sun, bathing the surrounding world in its radiant glow. It is the fal'Cie who are responsible for Cocoon's climate, regularly adjusting weather as deemed necessary. Just as Phoenix regulates daylight, other subordinate fal'Cie maintain patterns of wind and precipitation. Battle. Saboteur. Saboteurs use their skills to weaken enemies. Oh y'all, it's a sabotage! Their bag of tricks includes not only attribute lowering abilities, but also those that inflict status elements like poison. When successful, the de-protect, de-faith, de-shell, de-brave, poison, death. There's one called vigilance, which is like stop you from being staggered. When successful, these abilities increase enemy chain bonuses. Even if they fail to inflict status ailments, saboteur abilities still deal damage. However, once enemies have been weakened sufficiently, it is generally best to shift saboteurs to other roles. Roll boost. Boosted success rate. Abilities are more likely to succeed on enemies. Allies share a reduced bonus. Status ailments. The debuffing and debilitating status ailments inflicted by some abilities render enemies weak and vulnerable. However, opponents can and will use those very same abilities against you. If you do not take steps to counteract them, you may find yourself fighting at a disadvantage. Some accessories grant resistances to status ailments, as does the Veil spell. An icon with an upwards arrow represents an active resistance bonus, Z. Icons with a downward arrow represent detrimental status effects. A is D-Brave, which reduces strength. B is D-Faith, which reduces magic. Excuse me. C is D-Protect, reduces physical resistance. You saw the cut. There was a shift working between when I left off and came back. D is D-Shell, reduces magic resistance. E is Slow, reduces the ATB gauge rate. And F is Imperil, which reduces elemental resistance. Items remove some status ailments. Poison deals damage repeatedly over time, removed by Antidote. Pain prevents use of physical abilities, removed by Painkiller. Fog prevents spellcasting, removed by Mallet. Daze prevents all action and increases damage, removed by Foul Liquid, or wears off really quickly anyway. Cursed causes own abilities to fail, while rendering opponents more likely to succeed, removed by Holy Water. The Essener spell can also remove status ailments. The ability removes only the most recently inflicted ailment, so it must be used repeatedly if a character is suffering from more than one. Or, if you have, like, if you have D-Shell on, you cast Shell on yourself, it'll get rid of the D-Shell. Eidolon battles. When battling Eidolons, it is possible to deal damage to them as you would to any other enemy. However, this alone will not end the battle. As you attack Eidolons, a special gauge fills. When this gauge becomes full, you must press X to assert your dominance over the Eidolon and claim victory. Every Eidolon in this game turns into a vehicle. Except Odin, who turns into a horse. Attacking is not the only way to charge the gauge. There are other methods differing between Eidolons, which are just as effective. Experiment with a variety of abilities to see which works. Enemy intel. Militarized units. Annihilators. That thing. It was weak to Aero. That's why I ground out Aero. Others. Eidolons. Styria. There she is. Doesn't let me zoom in or rotate. Now, I swear you used to be able to rotate this, and I think this is a bug with the PC version, but you used to be able to rotate the models. And Nyx. Right! With all of that being said, Crystarium! We got another thing. Your characters can now develop further. So, Ravager can now go up a bit. But he's also got a synergist. Faith, bravery, strength, vigilance. D-Shell, D-Protect. Easy, right? Yes, there is a save point. That toxic runoff. Barrett would be appalled.
End of the road.
But at least it's not the end of the line.
Megatron. Sorry if someone says end of the line. I just have to say Megatron. Meanwhile, in the past, Hail Satan.
We didn't disappoint this year.
Day 11, the seaside city of Bodum.
You look dreamy, Farron.
It's Amador.
Fireworks, were you? And you call yourself a soldier? Ah.
Sorry, Lieutenant.
Kapla!
But I really don't think guard duty is my calling, sir.
Well, lucky for you, your shift just ended. Pack it up and go home.
But, sir...
SciComm found something in the vestige nearby. They don't want the Guardian Corps here stepping on their toes. Huh. I'm sure you heard about the accident at the Uriday Gorge energy plant, and how it has the SciComm lads in a tizzy.
No, because this is the first time this has been mentioned.
Yeah. More incident than accident. Something pulse-related.
you're taking tomorrow off?
Sir, for my birthday, sir. My sister, she insisted on it.
21, huh? Maybe it's a good time to send off that letter of recommendation for officer training.
Lieutenant.
You're past due for a promotion, Farron. Think of your sister and your future, and keep your nose out of trouble.
Out of SciComm business, you mean?
Yeah. Nothing good'll come of it. Nothing but grief. Whoa, look at that one! Whoa, whoa, ho!
Meanwhile, in the past...
You were, Lieutenant.
Oh, dear.
Just you?
For now, I guess. Should we wait?
They'll catch up, eventually.
Hope has access to the Synergist role. Synergists play a supporting role in combat, using their abilities to enhance and strengthen themselves and their allies. As a Synergist, Hope can learn abilities to improve the party's defensive capabilities. Currently, Hope can use Protect, which raises the target's resistance to physical damage. As he develops in the role of Synergist, Hope will also be able to learn Shell, which boosts magic resistance. With both of these spells at his disposal, Hope will be able to help the party endure a wide variety of attacks. When he has gained adequate CP, open the main menu with Y and select Crystarium to teach him Shell via Christogenesis. Would you like to read about what we just watched? Events, Chapter 4. Nothing but grief. Their airship damaged during the escape from the enemy, the Lucia forced to make a crash landing in the Vile Peaks. Accustomed to the rigours of conflict, Lightning immediately sets off to outdistance any pursuit trailed by Hope. Exhausted and on the brink of despair, Saz cannot bring himself to follow. He knows the army will never stop chasing them. And even if they do somehow evade capture, they face transformation into Seath. How can they complete a focus they don't understand? Despite the futility of the situation, Saz cannot leave Vanille to fend for herself, and he forces his reluctant legs to carry him onward. Far ahead of the others, Lightning recalls a conversation with her old superior, Lieutenant Amadar, in which he had warned her not to get involved with anything connected to the lower world. She, of course, subsequently chose not to heed his warning, and after confronting the false Fal'Cie, found herself branded a l'Cie. Now anger smoulders within her. Anger at her transformation into l'Cie, anger at being forced to flee like a fugitive, and anger at herself for allowing it all to happen. Of course, none of that was shown in that cutscene. She was just fucking surly, because this is Japanese. Amadar. Amadar is a lieutenant in the Bodum Security Regiment, and was Lightning's direct superior. Climbing his way through the ranks with persistence and hard work, he is respected by his subordinates for his fair treatment on and off the field of battle. Nora's unregulated monster hunting falls under his jurisdiction, but aside from a few warnings for the sake of formality, he generally turns a blind eye to the group's earnest efforts. He's actually a really fun fight in the second game. He was a DLC boss alongside Lightning. You fight them both at the same time, I think, and you can recruit them as a third-party member. The 13 days, Day 5, Uriday. There was an accident at the Uriday Gorge energy plant located near the seaside community of Bodum. Details of the accident were not released to the public, but the lack of information sparked widespread conjecture among the populace. Rumours began to circulate about an act of sabotage by Pulse l'Cie, sending a whisper of panic through a society that has lived in terror of lower world invasion for centuries. Day 11, Warning. Assigned to security detail during the firework display in Bodum, Lightning was suddenly released from duty by a superior, Lieutenant Amadar. SciComm had found something in the nearby vestige. Lightning immediately thought of the accident that took place at the energy plant 6 days earlier. Voicing her concerns that the incidents may be pulse-related, Lightning's questions were deflected by the lieutenant, who advised her to avoid anything that involves the lower world. Primers, Battle. Synergist. Synergists employ a wide range of abilities to enhance their allies' effectiveness in combat. Enhancements range from defensive bonuses to increased damage and the ability to deal elemental damage via normal attacks, in fire, in frost, in thunder, etc. When facing a particularly powerful enemy, it is a good idea to enter the battle using a paradigm that includes a synergist. Once enhancements are in place, you can always shift to a different paradigm. Extending enhancements. Abilities grant longer lasting status enhancements. Allies share a reduced bonus. That everything? No, I also have the survival knife. Lightning's birthday present. You're the junk around here. So we now have more. But not much. Not much. We'll get that back. Where the... There we go. A Libroscope. Okay, it's the next day, obviously. Let's fight some kitties. I want to see if I can respawn these dudes. I don't know if I can. I think I can't. I don't think I can go far enough to respawn them. Not really. Not really. Would be nice if we could, but not likely. Huh.
This stuff is what was left over from the scrap that Fausty took from Pulse to repair Cocoon.
Thanks for that, Hope. I'm glad a small child has to tell our protagonist what's going on. Oh, not these dicks. 30. 30 points. That's all you get. I'm trying to look at my map here. Yep, okay. Not getting the drops I want, for sure. For really reals. Ah, so this is a Pulsework Sentinel. Right. Ah, damn it! Yeah, these enemies, you basically have to get preemptors on them, otherwise you're going to be fighting them for a while. Big tanky motherfuckers.
Guess we have to go back. I don't see any way over that.
Okay. You can hear the treasure chest. Macarena Temple.
Can we get through this way, you think? You know where you're going, right?
I've been here on missions before.
Missions? Nothing to do with the Purge, though.
The Purge is SciComm's baby. Our military is split into two arms. The Public Security and Intelligence Command, known as SciComm, and the Guardian Corps. I was Guardian Corps, Bodum Security Regiment.
Bodum, after
Wait,
midnight.
I don't get it. If you're not SciComm, then why did you board the train?
Because my sister was
For
on the
Sarah.
train. Best have a flashback. Day 13, Bodum Station.
Join the end of the line. Attention, Purge deportees. Follow instructions and stay in your lines. Personal belongings will be returned upon arrival. Halt! Do not leave your lines! This is for your own safety! Huh? What's the GC doing here? This op's under SciComm direction.
So direct me. Let me on. I want to be purged.
Only civs get purged. Sanctum staff and soldiers are exempt. Huh?
Then I quit.
Line up!
Excuse me. Hey, lady. What gives?
I volunteered.
Really? You don't look ready to go quiet into that good night.
You want quiet? You better take the next train.
Well, now I really want to see what you're up to.
I had to rescue Sarah before they transported the vestige to Pulse, and out of my reach. My only chance to save her was to join the Purge.
Alright.
You're telling me you got on that train so you could save your sister? That's crazy. I could never do something like that.
It's not a question of can or can't. There are some things in life you just do.
Easy for someone like you to say. Lightning! She left me.
She left us. He left us. And we're back with Saz and Vanille.
2, 3, we go.
What are you up to? Hey! Wait up!
Yeah, don't stare at her panties, please. You.
Can't keep up with this girl.
I mean, here we go. So Saz has gained access to the Synergist role. So the big ones you want are Vigilance, which stops you from being stunned, and like Protect and Bravery and Haste and all of that. Synergists play a supporting role in combat, using their abilities to enhance and strengthen themselves and their allies. As a Synergist, Saz can learn abilities to improve the party's offensive capabilities. Currently, Saz can use a Faith spell, which raises the target's magic attribute, increasing the damage dealt by that target's spells. As he develops in the role of Synergist, Saz will also be able to learn Bravery, which boosts the target's strength. You'll also notice there's nowhere for us to level. It's ridiculous. With both these spells at his disposal, Saz will be able to vastly improve the party's effectiveness against a variety of opponents. When he has gained enough adequate child porn, open the main menu with Y and select Christerium and teach him bravery via Christogenesis. 3-way battles. At times you'll encounter enemy groups engaged in battle with one another. When with their attentions occupied, it becomes easier for you to initiate combat with a preemptive strike. Coming into contact with a member of either side will initiate a battle against both. However, the enemies... This is the grinding point. Much later in the game, you will find a behemoth fighting a giant wolf, and that is what we will grind at. Coming into contact with a member of much later either side, and all you have to do is walk up a slope and it respawns, and then you walk back down again. Will initiate a battle against both. However, the enemies may not even notice your presence at first, continuing to fight one another instead. When this occurs, it's most effective to concentrate all of your attacks against the side you expect to have the most trouble defeating. Once you've defeated the first group of enemies with help from their foes, you can turn and fight the already weakened second faction. Pick your targets poorly, and you may be left waging a long and bitter battle against overwhelming odds.
You get tired?
I don't think we have any equipment for them to do. I need more shrouds. Events! Chapter 4. I want to be purged. The Sanctum announces that the Pulse Fal'Cie and any civilians who may have come into contact with its influence are to be deported to the world below. Knowing that Sarah is being held by the offending creature, Lightning reasons that the only way to reach her sister before they are exiled is to board the train and be purged herself. After coming to this conclusion, she acts without hesitation. She knows the risks, but there are some things you just have to do. Isn't she cool? As Hope listens to Lightning's tale, he begins to realise how different they are. He knows he doesn't have the strength to charge into certain danger. Even if he has no other choice, unable to keep up with the battle-hardened soldier, Hope falls into despair. Meanwhile, Saz and Vanille fight their way along a different route. Like Lightning, Saz has joined the Purge voluntarily, but now he simply acts as fear and despair prompt him. His former resolve seemingly forgotten. Saz's son, isn't it? Is this his son? The 13 days. Day 13. Volunteering. After discovering that Sarah was being held captive by the Pulse Fal'Cie, Lightning volunteered herself to be purged. The Fal'Cie was to be transported away from Cocoon, along with the purged deportees. Lightning needed to board the train and reach the lower world entity before Sarah was taken beyond her reach. Saz too had his reasons for approaching Lightning and joining her as she headed for the Pulse Fal'Cie. The train carried them away, bound for the restricted zone known as the Hanging Edge. Do you know how clunky this all is and how lazy and badly done it is? The sequel is nothing like this. The sequel is beautiful. It's one of the best Final Fantasies you will ever play. I promise you. It's a beautiful game. At times, yeah, we read that. Enemy intel. These things take 0 damage. Well, they take chip damage, and you have to stagger them. The second you stagger them, they open up, and they take, like, quintuple damage. They're like tanks. But we're all going in the same direction. I want to be purged. Isn't she brave? Right, so you see these dudes are fighting? Oh, that is so stupid. I completely forgot. Reset all my paradigms, because we changed party, didn't we? Didn't we, kids? Okay. Ravager and Synergist. Saboteur. And Medic. Synergist. And Medic. Ugh. I'm wondering if I can walk back and respawn them. I don't think I can. Because that would be a good place to grind. I don't think I can go back. And I don't think that respawns them, does it? So in that case... Quickly now. This should respawn them. Potentially. I may just fight these dudes because it's a really easy fight. Just stay above where it wants me to be. Yeah. Okay, sweet. Oh, while we're here, we should probably look at the menu for the shop. So we have the Unicorn Mart. We can buy and sell. Potion is 50 gil. Phoenix Down is 1,000 gil. We could sell crap. Up in Arms. We could buy. I think these are all the basic weapons, except for that one. I don't have any money though. And black and white outfitters. Iron bangles, silver bangles, power wristbands, magician marks, black belts, and rune bracelets. You can find out, where are they? Credit chits. They cost 500. That's all they're good for, so you can sell those now. Oh, I'm on sell. Jesus Christ. That's a shop at the moment. Just important to show that, I think. Okay. So if I go to the Crystarium now... That's Saz done. I apparently went over with Saz. Yeah, I'm not missing anything. You don't need to do this, by the way. Just ups their stats a little bit. You don't do this, kids. I was just doing that to serve a point. All you did there was run back and forth, and once you killed them, you save it, and then quit out, and then come back, and they're already fighting each other, and it just means we save a little bit of CP later on, because we don't have to worry about leveling anyone, because we can't, because our leveling up is blocked by story progress. Okay. So with that said and done, boop at a beat.
Never seen a rig like this before. Here we go. Oh! Whoa, 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 whoa! I knew that would happen.
I did not. But yeah, everything here is going to be in like 3-way fights. So you get the drop on them no matter what. We haven't actually given ourselves a lead or a head start or anything. I just don't like coming out to do Crystarium stuff. See, I don't need to go to my Crystarium. I can just sit here and be merry. Just got my ass kicked. Absolutely got my ass kicked then. A black belt. Increases physical resistance by 10%.
Should do it. Huh? Piece of cake.
2 sentinels.
Everything from Pulse is evil, doesn't it?
Yes, especially you. I mean, that's a 2 sentinels. Yeah, that did not go very well. That went horribly, in fact. But that's fine.
Hey! Hope!
Hey, Hope. He's just sat down having a sad moment. Mum's dead.
We made it!
Where's Grumpy? Got left behind, huh?
Leave me alone.
Hey.
This is pointless.
Space Dad just
Can't keep
died.
up, can't get home.
Space Mum.
It's over for me.
It's not over. We'll get you home.
I don't have one. Now that Mom is.
What about your dad?
I hate how much his mum looks like a generic NPC. Day 11. Back with the firework display.
Not making a wish, Hope?
Mom, you still believe in that kind of stuff? Wishing on fireworks? Really? That's for little kids.
What are you calling kid?
To you? What'd you wish for?
Oh, that next year, your father could come with us.
Not Space
Why?
Dad.
It's better like this. We don't need him. That night, they found the Foul Sea in the Bodum vestige. The next day, soldiers sealed off the town, and we couldn't get back to Palom Polum.
Palom Parom.
They forced us onto the train with everyone else. My mom, she was frantic. She wanted to get us home, so she tried to fight. She got tricked by Snow. He used her.
Let's get you home, okay? Your dad's gotta be worried.
Let him worry. Why should I care? He doesn't.
Any father cares.
Sass?
It's nothing. Forget it. Huh.
Come with me, okay?
This ought to do it. We've got time. Get you back home. Your dad'll be happy to see you.
Not if Space Pope has anything to say about it. Right. Would you like to hear about everything that we just watched? Here we go. Chapter 4. Hope and Despair. As a resident of Palam, Hope should never have been a candidate for the Purge. The radical government policy only concerns the inhabitants of the town of Bodum. Unfortunately for Hope and his mother, the Sanctum announces the Purge on the day they are visiting the coastal community, and the Sanctum soldiers rounding up the deportees make no distinction between locals and visitors. Later, at the Hanging Edge, Hope's mother is killed in the violence which erupts when the true nature of the Purge is revealed. This indirectly leads to Hope's encounter with the Pulse Fal'Cie and transformation into a cursed Lassie. Now he rails against his cruel fate. He curses the government that started the Purge, the Fal'Cie who made him a Lassie, the army that hunts him like a criminal. But most of all, he chokes on the hatred he feels for Snow. The man... does he? Because that's not how it's played out in the thing. The man responsible for dragging his mother into the battle that claimed her life. Saz wants to help Hope return home to his father. The boy shows little enthusiasm for a family reunion, but Saz is insistent. He knows how it feels to be a dad. The 13 days. Day 11. Mother and son. Residents of Palam, Hope and his mother came to Bodum to see the fireworks display. That same night, Psychom discovered the Pulse Fal'Cie slumbering within the vestige. The following day, the Sanctum announced the discovery and sealed off the entire district of Bodum. Trapped by the quarantine and unable to return home, mother and son were forced to join the other victims of the Purge. And our paradigms are all balked now, as you can see. Hope does have the Christogenericum points. So, Land Shell. Yeah. I love that little checklist at the bottom. Yeah, rest of this physical, maybe. That'll do for the moment. Okay. You can't go the other way because it's all kafruggled. And did I make Smart Bomb? I did not. Should have made Smart Bomb. Basically forced to walk into this fight because the camera won't turn around. There we go. An inerter for Hope. Designed with a balanced performance in mind. Something. Yeah, Hope uses a boomerang. An inerter lowers his strength but ups his magic. Well, considering he's not going to be physically attacking, good. Okay. I'm just checking. I have opened everything. If I haven't, it's too late. That one. That one. That one. That one. That one. Yes, I think we have. Good. Onwards we go. Chapter 4, Hope and Despair. I'm pretty sure if you stand and wait, he turns around, doesn't he? No? Fuck it. Now, if I run away, do they come back out? Let's have a look. Oh, that guy's back. So I guess you could run between two sentinels. Damn it. So that makes him respawn. If I then walk back up here, does the guy come... Sorry, dude. Does the guy then come back out of his little thing? He does! So this would have been a better grinding point. But you don't turn around. Can confirm, if you run down there to kill that one respawns. Interesting. So there you go. There's a better grinding point than the one that I used. Oh, fuck you, man. Okay. Where are we going? We're going up here. We've got a new... There's these bird enemies. One of them's a saboteur, one of them's a synergist. They're kind of dicks. You're not going to turn around, are you? You never turn around. You're just this big old dick. Yeah, see that? Go away. And that's a sign of how far enemies will chase. It's going to turn around before I... Yeah, fuck you, man. These guys here, these bird things here, they are like saboteurs and synergists. One of them's a synergist and one of them's a saboteur.
There's something up there.
And they'll fuck you up bad. And they always turn around. Yeah, that one fucked me up pretty bad. Case in point. They do fuck you up pretty bad. They hit hard and fast.
Isn't that
A warship from Pulse.
You mean they made it this far?
Of course not. Not during the war, not since. They might have tried, but none of their forces made it into Cocoon. They only damaged the outer rim. Then the Sanctum's foul sea pushed them back. What'd you, sleep through history?
Literally.
More or less.
Yeah.
So, what's a ship from Pulse doing here?
Once the war was over, people couldn't live near the rim anymore. In places like the Hanging Edge. So the Foul Sea, they gathered up scrap from Pulse and used it for rebuilding here. This is what was left. A bunch of garbage.
Who'd have thunk? A Pulse foul sea and who knows what mixed in with all the trash.
Who'd have thunk?
Yes, Vanille, who was part of that trash. And it's from Pulse. Ooh, do you want to hear about what we just watched? Let's. Taking in the trash. The War of Transgression, the conflict between Pulse and Cocoon. A towering wreck is all that remains of a lower world airship that shot down during the battle that took place centuries before. At that time, forces from Pulse attempted to invade Cocoon, only to be repelled by the efforts of the Sanctum Foul Sea, though not before the invaders had rent a great wound in the floating world's shell. Though Sanctum Foul Sea subsequently repaired the damage using debris from the surface of their routed enemy's planet, the psychological wounds inflicted by the conflict are evident even now in the Cocoon citizens' unreasoning fear of all things Pulse. And reminders of the lower world threat still remain. Mechanical terrors brought in with the debris replace their rusting parts and wander the area, while government troops struggle to contain them. The Pulse Foul Sea buried in Bodom may have arrived in the same fashion, sleeping away the years until its eventual discovery. With lower world terrors lurking in every shadow, SARS creeps forward, doing his best to shield Vanille and Hope. History and myth. The War of Transgression. Several hundred years ago, the armies of Pulse attempted to invade Cocoon in a conflict known today as the War of Transgression. The Sanctum's Foul Sea were able to repel the lower world forces before they breached Cocoon's interior, but not before they managed to seriously damage areas lying near the world's outer rim. Details surrounding the clash remain shrouded in mystery, but the government's swift and decisive response to this violent Pulsian transgression minimised casualties and greatly boosted public faith in both the Sanctum and their Foul Sea. More? Lower world artifacts. In the aftermath of the War of Transgression, regions near Cocoon's outer rim were left uninhabitable due to the severe trauma they had sustained. To undo this damage, the Foul Sea gathered materials from the surface of Pulse and rebuilt Cocoon's wounded landscape using them. Bodom was one city so affected, and like the others, it still bears lingering traces of post-war reconstruction in the form of leftover lower world artifacts. The pulse vestige that hid a dormant fal'Cie was one such artifact. And we fought these things. I have tried so hard to farm shards, kids. I cannot begin to stress. Right.
I'm gonna go peek ahead.
Do me a favor. Stop wandering off and stay where I can keep my eye on you.
Oh, damn it! Absolutely crap CP, by the way, if anyone was wondering. Where am I? Munitions Necropolis. Damn it. That sucked.
Me to check things out?
He did it again. What a fuck. Dickhead. I am not very good at Final Fantasy XIII, just in case anyone was wondering. There should be a bunch of dudes here. There is a Phoenix down. A metal armband. Increases deprotect resistance by 30%. Okay, onwards. Ah, I can't see which way. Absolutely trash rewards. It's like 26 CP for 5-starring a fight with these guys. It's ridiculous. These guys are going to drop down. So you think you're just fighting that guy. The second you run forward... Absolutely trash rewards for doing any of this, kids. Absolutely trash rewards. I do believe we have a...
I hope snow's alright.
double fight. I'm not going to be able to. Not great rewards, really, is it? Right. Right. Where am I? Oh, I'm not where I thought I was. It's the next, if you look there, there's a whole bit up there we've got to get to. There's a boss fight coming up, basically. Basically.
Hey, welcome to the party.
You miss us?
Would it kill her to smile?
Whoops.
Time to move.
Okay.
Okay. As lightning runs away from us. So now, did we just get her knife back? Yeah, she takes her knife off us whenever she leaves. Events, Chapter 4. Fugitives in Futility. Lightning says little of her feelings, but Saz senses her frustration. Despite braving the dangers of the Purge and the Vestige in an effort to save her sister, Lightning was helpless to prevent Sarah's transformation into Crystal. Now she is forced to flee as a fugitive, a pulseless and hated enemy of Cocoon. And then there is their focus. If they don't complete the task they have yet to figure out, they face transformation into mindless Seath. Should they fulfill their focus, eternal crystal slumber is the only reward. And should they stop too long to ponder their fate, they risk capture and execution at the hands of the relentless Sanctum army. All roads seem to lead to despair, something Saz understands only too well. The question is, will Lightning help them find a way out of their hopeless situation? Unbeknownst to Saz, the answer has already begun to form in her mind. And I think this fucking thing. Okay, so we have to rejigger our pokery. Right. Saboteur, Commando. Yep. 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 Okay, sweet. Lightning is best as a Ravager, believe it or not, and a medic. Saz is best as a Synergist and a Ravager. Vanille is best as a Saboteur. You can make it do however you want, really. Well, we've got Lightning back, so let's turn around and run back and save it. There's absolutely no point in trying to grind any of this shit, kids. Do not. It's not going to take the training wheels off anytime soon. So we have two bastards here. I do need to do that, actually. Let's make sure we've got one of those on. Try disaster. Go on, jump down. There's no way I'm... They've already run off, haven't they? Okay. Everyone has run off and got into this fight over here. without me. Nice. Boop it a beep.
Here we go. Nothing to it.
We do have a boss fight coming up.
Doing good.
Again, all of these fights give us absolutely trash XP. Libroscope. I need to know where I am. Okay, I know where I am. Right. Yeah, I know where I am now. That was a fun fight for no reason. Anyway, there was a reason. It was to give us this. An ember ring. Someone wants this. Probably. Lightning. Yeah, we could have skipped that fight, but like, what's the point in skipping fights? It's already gating us. Everything is gated so much. You know me, I'd be level 99 by now.
Hurry up!
Yeah, there is a save point right before the boss. Boss. Debatable. So we are going to go into paradigms, and we are going to go into bully.
What do you suppose that is?
It's a big old pile of junk, surely. Approach it. It's a juggernaut.
What is that?
Pulse armament.
And that's bad for us, isn't it?
Can you guess how you beat it? Did you guess you fill up a stupid stagger bar and do chip damage until you can take it out? You guessed correctly.
And weaving.
And as you can see, Steam Clean gets rid of all of its debuffs.
Follow the old guy's lead.
Nice timing.
No.
Nice timing.
Time Time to pull the old switcheroo!
Yep. I'd like to stagger it, but we won't. Oh, we did. Pathetic.
I thought we were goners. You alright?
I think so.
Incoming.
Part 2. Right.
I appreciate it.
Just put it right back on there.
Time to pull the old switcheroo!
So he's targeting lightning for some reason, which is fine. It just means we're looking at the boss's ass. There's nothing I can do about that. This is Juggernaut. And look at that, we did terribly. We were half of what it wanted us to do, and we still did terribly. We get an Omni Kit in Lenora's garage. The medic role is now available to Lightning. The Commando role is now available to SARS.
Pulse is crawling with things like that, isn't it?
Got me.
We can now upgrade
Not even the
shit.
Corps has access to intel on Pulse. Soldiers in the field fight blind.
Yeah, I noticed that. But don't you need to know exactly what you're up against?
Target's a target.
You like to keep it simple, don't you?
I stick to my goal.
As long as you have a goal, you can fight?
You can stay alive.
Ooh, isn't she stoic? You can upgrade weapons and accessories at save stations using your Omni Kit and the various components you collect on your journey. First approach a save station, then press A to access it, then select Upgrade from the save station menu to access the workbench. After choosing Upgrade, select the weapon or accessory that you wish to improve. We're not going to upgrade anything. Next, you will need to select the type of component you wish to use for the upgrade, as well as the quantity. The combined EXP value of the chosen components will then be applied to the target piece of equipment. After an EXP has been spent on a weapon or accessory, its level will increase, improving its abilities and attributes. You can also morph them into other things, and that's where the shittiest achievement in the game is, and why I won't be 100%ing it. You have to have one of everything. That's weapons and accessories. Certain components bestow a bonus to any EXP spent on a piece of equipment. By utilizing these components, you will be able to make more efficient upgrades. Likewise, some components reduce an item's EXP bonus. Careful consideration is required when deciding which components to employ. Once a particular piece of equipment has reached its maximum potential, Its level will be replaced by a star. At this point, no further level advancement is possible, but the item can be transformed into an entirely different one by means of a specialized components. When this happens, both its name and the properties will change. A newly transformed item may initially seem weaker than it did in its previous form, but unlike its fully upgraded predecessor, it will be eligible for level advancement. Through further upgrades, it can be made even more powerful than its earlier incarnation. Unwanted equipment can be scrapped for parts by selecting dismantle. The equipment itself will be destroyed, but you will still be able to salvage components, some of which can be obtained in no other way. There exist well over 100 different components. Obtain as many as possible and experiment with their effects in order to determine the most efficient and effective way to customize your arsenal. This is all the shit that they have been dropping this entire time. That's the map. Open the main menu by pressing Y, and then this is synthesized abilities. Select equipment, and you will see a list of passive abilities along the right side of the screen. These are bonuses granted by equipped weapons and accessories. Certain combinations of equipment grant additional hidden bonuses that none of the items provide when equipped individually. These are known as synthesized abilities and are identifiable by a special icon. Experiment with a variety of gear to discover which combinations produce the most beneficial results. And we just fought this dude, the Dreadnought. And we got Lenore's Garage. And the Crystarium expanded. The characters can now develop further, as you can see. But not by much. That gets her an accessory slot. That's where you want it to go. I should have done that with Saz. I didn't. So you want to look here, it will tell you which one gives them an accessory slot, if any. Synergist. And that's how quickly it all gets deleted. I believe we came from up there. Generate. I don't want to generate. Alright, okay. Customize. There we go, that's it. Even odds, that's better. Don't really need to mess around too much. Now you can do a shitload of grinding right now to get components, but why? You're still gated. You are still gated. Your progress is still gated. We're still in Devastated Dreams, aren't we? Yes. Yeah. And we should be running up to the hell is that? Fighting dudes now.
This looks like easy going.
In order to scout ahead, you need to be in front of me, Lightning. There we go. So if you go to shop and upgrade, you can now upgrade things. So for instance, let's say the Deneb Duelers. So if I put a begrimed claw in, it'll give it 6 EXP. If I put a passive detector in, it'll give it 300. I'm not going to upgrade anything. To be honest, I'm too damn scared.
Not much of a future for us, huh?
Hard to picture a happy ending.
We don't even know where to go.
I do.
Huh?
Space.
Eden? The sanctum seat of power. Oh, that's a great idea. Just charge right in there. Give him a taste of Lassie terror. You're serious?
Keep running. It's die or turn Seath. There's no place for Lassie to hide. No. They want to fight. Let's take it to the Sanctum's door.
This isn't a game.
No. That's for damn sure.
That was completely out of sync.
Fal'Cie took her. Now I'm a Lassie too. And the Sanctum's hunting me, an enemy of the state. But who's pulling their strings? A Fal'Cie. Eden. Cocoon's sustainer and guiding light. It probably ordered the purge too.
Oh, you wish.
Pulse and Sanctum Fal'Cie, they're all the same. And we are all the same to them. Expendable. I'm not dying a Fal'Cie slave.
So, what are you gonna do?
Destroy it.
By yourself? Are you crazy? Say you pull it off, What's that get you? Satisfaction? Something happens to Eden, it's lights out Cocoon. You want that? You're a post-Lassie now, so you just want to snuff out Cocoon.
No! What about Sarah? She said to save Cocoon. It might even be our focus to make sure Cocoon's...
Our focus doesn't matter. I don't take orders from
Fuck
Fal'Cie.
Faith. Earn it.
How I live is up to me.
Don't you mean how you die?
Think like that, and it's already over. Better to pick your path and keep moving. Don't worry. I'm after the Sanctum. I'm not out to destroy the world. If it did come to that, wonder if our hero'd try to stop me.
You want to fight Snow now? Just like that and your enemies?
Next time we meet, we might be too.
When the fear sank in, it tore us all apart.
Oh no.
Lightning was suffering, reaching out to us, but none of us could see it.
Snow deserves it.
If only I'd been stronger, none of this ever would have happened. I don't know what I should do.
That makes two of us. Whoa!
Hey, you're taking care of me.
Well, it won't be if you keep pushing me like that.
Wait for me! I'm going with you.
I can't babysit you anymore.
Bitch.
I can fight. I'm not afraid.
Great. A SciComm hit squad. Not bad.
That was boring as shit. I just pushed A.
Really? Thanks.
As is the way of my people. Meanwhile...
Uh-oh. Army's out to play.
What now?
What now? I mean, we could stay here, but shouldn't we...
Run?
Huh?
We should run. If we rush in now, we'll just get in her way.
You know, you're right. I guess. I mean, it's not like lightning needs any help.
There'll be more soldiers. We should keep moving. Lightning? Are you worried about the others? I'm sure they got away okay.
So can you if you leave now.
I'm about to turn Odin
Me,
into a
it'll be
transformer.
Fight after fight. I don't know how it'll end. It's anybody's guess.
I know that. But I need to be stronger. Lightning,
Call me Light.
what's the plan from here?
Through the Gapra Whitewood to Palampolum. We'll find transport to Eden.
I live in Palampolum. I can show you all the shortcuts.
No side trips.
No need. I don't think Lassie are welcome at home.
Yep. Even though we can jump over mountains, that was apparently enough to split us up definitively. Bitch, please. Any treasure chest back here? No, but we need to look at the data log to know how people are feeling. Palampolum. Hope's hometown, Palampolum, is one of the biggest cities of Cocoon. Retail stores line the streets, a rarity in a society where online purchases are the norm. But you still need to go... With the goal of promoting their hands-on approach to commerce as a tourist attraction, the local government actively encourages businesses to set up shop in Palampolum. Eden. This city, Cocoon's capital, shares its name with its Fal'Cie patron. Host to the world's centres of culture and government, it functions as the heart of human society on Cocoon. At the city's core rises the monumental Eden Hall, seat of the Sanctum's administration. Guess where we'll end the game. The Fal'Cie Eden dwells deep within the structure's interior. Enemy intel, soldiers, core gunman, core gunner. Eden or bust. Lightning makes a decision. The Pulse Fal'Cie transformed her and Sarah into Lassie. The Sanctum Fal'Cie, Eden, directs the army hunting her down. Pulse or Sanctum, Fal'Cie means one thing to Lightning, an enemy responsible for ruining their lives. A clear-cut enemy is something she can deal with, having a target is something she can understand. The former soldier means to infiltrate the Sanctum capital and take out the Fal'Cie Eden. She knows her plan is reckless, it could be disastrous for Cocoon, and flies in the face of Sarah's last wish. It could even end in battle against Snow, who will do anything to save Cocoon. It's the only path that will satisfy her rage. Saz and Vanille oppose her idea, but Hope embraces the opportunity. This is his chance to grow stronger and finally confront Snow. Lightning is done running away. Now she runs forward, her mind set on toppling the Sanctum, but even Lightning cannot foresee how this journey will end. That's because they changed the ending in the sequel. Sorry, spoilers. The ending of this gets changed, and it's a plot point that the ending of this game gets changed. Yeah. So you want to look on the list and make sure you get accessory. And that's your spark ring, isn't it? I want spark ring. Yeah. How many spark rings do I have? One. Great.
Spot something?
No, I just... don't worry about it, man. Yeah, I might do some fighting here.
Go look ahead.
I'm in front of you, Hope. So that's already... Yeah, I can jump back up. In the sequel, you could jump whenever you want. It's beautiful. Everyone should do that. It's about 32 points per fight here. 3 lengths of fiber optic cable. That was a bit stupid. Yeah, what I think I'll do is I'll work my way between these 2 save points. Fighting everything until I've hit my hit my goal. A Libroscope. Wait for him to drop down. That big fucking tank thing, 20 points. 20 points. That's all it gave me. 20 points. Disgusting. What was it called? It's a golem. It's an ulan. 20 points for fighting that thing with a max battle rank. Like, I'm debating right now farming shrouds. By getting lowest possible rank. But no matter what I do, I'm never going to get the shroud drops I want.